All right. This person says he's a hater.
All right.
Perfect.
0031, you are up. 0031, you are up.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we got you. Where are you calling from and what's your name?
My name's Andy from LA.
Hello, Andy. Go ahead. What's your grievance?
So I have a quick question. How many percentage of your clients actually make money? And don't say like one. Like, what is the actual percentage out of the 100? Maybe you have thousand clients or 100 clients. How many of them actually make money? You know, to understand that day trading, majority of the day traders, they actually lose money, and then you're claiming that by using your platform, somehow using this magical a magical day trading thing that you found with the guy, you're able to make money, and that you're telling people to max out their credit cards, use your platform, which probably has a fee, and then you make money, and if you don't make them any profits, then it's bye-bye. Because that's a huge red flag. I hope you understand that. So I guess back to my main question, how many of your clients make money?
Yeah, we've had 4 refunds this year. And it's because people joined, kind of had less than what they like told me they had, and then lost one trade and gave up like within a month. So nobody like stayed for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months and actually like refunded after that. It was really just people in like the first month that like they lost. Oh, by the way, lost the trade. They actually didn't wait till the expiration date. They just like saw it go red and then thought that was an L, and that's not how it works. You said a couple other things. You said I said to max out your credit cards. Never said those words ever. Said you should use debt.
Okay. So you said you should take out a credit card and use your 20 grand of your credit card and use that as a leverage, and then someone in your platform will match it. Now you have 40 grand, and credit cards are usually 22% of APR per year. And if you use all of your 20 grand plus the 40 grand plus the 20 grand that you said someone's matching, then you're down. And if you lose all of your money, maybe not all, but let's say you lose 50% of your money, then you're down 10,000 in your credit card at 22%. That's a huge financial burden on whoever or college grad who's listening to your platform.
But that's not what I said. I said you can get a credit limit and then use it for what you want. So if you remember, I said, oh, if the guy has 3K, right? Myron's example was the guy has 3K saved. Most of my clients have 5 to 10K. So just get a little bit more to trade with and then do what you want with the rest of it. I didn't say go trade with 40K. I said just get a little bit more so you can actually get into to trades more strategically. And also, also there's no APR. There's 0% interest.
Yeah, that's 0% interest for the first year until the APR kicks in after the first year. You're a product. You're selling services that don't guarantee anything. Market crashes, bad picks, lose money, and clients left holding the bag.
What service besides your Eros expenses are guaranteed? Like, what is guaranteed? Like, what do you mean? Like, you're looking for a guarantee on what? On the stock market? Because Goldman Sachs can't guarantee that, bro. Who can guarantee anything that you're like asking? Like, you're looking for things that don't exist.
You're saying that oh, hedge funds use clients' money. Yeah, but hedge funds are filled with CFA and FINRA approved administrators. I don't know what you are, and you say something about LinkedIn. Yeah, anyone could have LinkedIn. Anyone could have LinkedIn recommendations. Even I have LinkedIn recommendation. Anyone could ask for a LinkedIn recommendation. You could pay someone to have LinkedIn recommendation. LinkedIn recommendations don't mean shit, bro. And you said something about buying a house. Buying a house is an investment. Historically delivers profit through appreciation, rental income, and tax benefits.
Is there a guarantee that happens?
Almost all the time, yes, except for maybe 2008 and 2019.
You think most people that buy a house make money?
Yes, almost done. Yeah.
Then we're in different worlds, bro. Yeah. You're not in our stratosphere.
That's bro. You're a product. You're selling
service.
A
first of all, you don't even know the difference between a product and a service. It's like saying lawn care is a product. No, lawn care is a service. We offer trading consulting. That is a service. We're not a product. A product is something that you buy and goes to your door. That's it.
The software consulting service is on a platform which you probably charge a fee, and you're saying
do I probably charge a fee, or do you know for sure?
For a percentage of people. See, this is the issue. You don't even tell the world how many people in your platform actually make money. That should be a huge red flag.
I said 4 people refund and the rest made money.
look, if you're proud of your product, you should say, oh yeah, I guarantee 90% of people make money on my platform. But you know that's total BS. And that's why you're not saying it. Because you know maybe like 1 or 2% make money on day trading.
No, that's not why I'm not saying it. Why I'm not saying it is because, one, I don't know the exact number of clients that I have at this moment. So I can't just like be like, oh.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the number of clients. You can't even tell me the percentage, right? I mean, you could make up 50%. I don't believe that, obviously.
Bro,
you know,
he's not at his computer with his clientele.
Yeah, like
how would you know the exact number, brother?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I know for a fact we've had 4 refunds because I know that because I track the refunds and I reach out and figure out why they refunded. And typically it's because of 2 reasons. I'm going to answer your question if you wait long enough. 2 reasons. 1, they didn't have enough money to actually enter the trades, or 2, they saw something go in the red and decided it was a loss before it was actually a loss. That is the truth. Our traders are actually traders that used to work on Wall Street. They don't even have Series 65 licenses. I'm telling you that. We don't manage capital. Every trading influencer ever, bro. Every trading consulting company, 99% of them don't have Series 65, and that doesn't mean they're a scam. You can be a great trader and not have a Series 65. You can work at Goldman and leave and not have a Series 65 like Mahul did.
Right. What people do after they retire, or after they retire from working at Goldman, or retire or quit their job working from Goldman, they open their own hedge funds. That's what real people do. I don't even know why you're trying to sell your platform. If you're a real hedge fund guy, why don't you open up your own hedge fund company and make money off of other people's and make money off of other people's funds instead of selling a product here? Like, that's a huge red flag.
I said earlier that we are getting our Series 65, so we're working on it.
Then get your Series 65, get your FINRA, and quit the day trading job you have, and then open up an actual hedge fund. That'll make you an expert of the field instead of trying to sell a product.
Sounds good. I will quit right now just because you told me to. Right now, I quit. Okay. Right now.
All right. Well, thank you for the call. I was a hater. I still am a hater. Whoever is listening to this.
What do you do for work? What do you do for work? What do you do for work?
I don't need to disclose anything.
Oh, he doesn't. But I do. All my numbers. Nope. You don't have a fucking job. That's why. I have a LinkedIn. I don't need to disclose what I do, though. Okay.
Well, that's always funny.
I'm not trying to sell a product here. I don't need to tell you shit.
What's wrong with selling a product? What's wrong with selling a product? Once again, it's a service, but what's wrong with it?
Okay,
What's wrong?
I've made my peace with it. I said what I had to say, and I do appreciate the call.
Bro, you are the furthest thing from at peace. You're debating with people that have money, and you won't even tell us what you do.
Why do I need to tell you what I do?
Why not?
Why did I tell you what I do? I could say I'm a financial advisor. I could say I'm a
clearly you're
trader.
not.
I could say I'm a plumber. I could say I'm an electrician. I could say I work for the entertainment industry. I could say I work for whatever. Like, why does that matter to you? I could say I make
that's a good question. You finally asked a good question. Why does it matter to you? Here's why. Because I'm curious to see where your perspective comes from.
Okay. I make around $150,000 a year. I think I have a pretty good living standard. I used to make $37,000 when I started. Obviously, I put it into my 401k. I didn't listen to guys like you and fall into a trap of buying a course or getting providers services, because I know people go through that and then they get massive and they lose a lot of money.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Great response. Thank you for that. Have you ever been scammed by somebody selling a service?
Me personally?
No, the other person on the phone. Yes, you.
I think everyone to a point have experienced some sort of a scam, right? Whether if it's a product, whether if it's a service, whether if it's buying something online that turned out to be an actual thing that you're buying.
Have you? You didn't answer anything I said. I don't even know what you're talking about. Did you answer? Have you ever been scammed on service delivery online? Yes or no? Just say yes or no. Nothing else.
Service or delivery?
No, just service delivery. So like I offer a service, right? So have you ever been scammed by getting somebody's course, which once again, we don't sell a course, but that's fine. You believe that. Have you ever been scammed by somebody selling a service online?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So That's what I mean by perspective, right? You think people are, it's like saying this, right? I get rejected by one girl and I just never talk to women again, right? So
what does that have to do with the product that you're selling? That's completely different. That's completely different.
How do you think
You're
it's
building a relationship with the person if you're talking to another person?
Okay, you didn't understand an analogy. So an analogy is when you compare two things that make sense for the conversation that you're having, right? So we're having a conversation and I said, have you ever been scammed by a service delivery? Meaning like anybody delivering a service for that matter, okay? You said no. So how can you automatically for sure know that I'm a scam? Especially if I'm offering free service. Like if I was a scammer, I wouldn't offer a free service because you would come in, be disappointed, and then I didn't get anything from it.
Because if you're a scammer, you wouldn't be trying to sell a course or use your platform.
What?
What?
Yo, come, bro.
No, he can stay on for a second. Say it one more time in English.
If you weren't a scammer, you wouldn't be trying to sell a brand, which is you, or a platform that you're using to make these day trades.
What? But you've never been scammed before. Okay, see what I mean by perspective, bro? It doesn't make any sense what you're saying.
Bro, I don't think you understand the perspective of an average person. I think that's what's going on. Look, I said my piece already, right? Which is you're trying to sell a brand, and I think you're doing a really good job by being on this show. And I give you and I'll give you a
bro. What you're saying is the equivalent of a guy saying bitches ain't shit and he's a virgin. Right? You haven't experienced women. How do you know? Right? So like, you don't know. You've never done anything. You have not tried.
You don't have to try. Okay. I know that heroin is really bad. I don't need to know that heroin is bad to not even try it.
That was actually his best point yet. No, that was actually his best point yet. I'm not going to cap. Cool, bro. You got me.
Caller, I'm just going to ask. It seems to me as though it's not necessarily that you have a problem with our guests. Rather, you have a problem with anyone that is offering a service. Is that really what the bottom line here is? Like, hey,
no.
A course or service, you don't agree, you don't like that, or what is the deal here?
I don't have problems with doctors. They're a health consultant, right? And they have a professional degree like MD or DO, plus years of residency, board certification, licensing. Is a high barrier profession. And a lot of these financial gurus, right, like yourself, you just claim that you're a financial guru, you provide a service, and you charge X amount of dollars to use your platform or whatever it might be, or it might be free or whatever, and you're telling people to get a credit card of $20,000 and use that however you want, use that $10,000, fine, whatever. I'm just saying that's really, really, really a high red flag. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so real quick, caller, because it seems to me like you just have a grievance with anyone running an online service. Is that your main problem?
Yeah, that's the issue. Because doctors are selling pints out the back, so I don't know what you're talking
There's a lot of legit online services. I don't care if there's online services. I'm hoping people to be very careful with online services that are hosted by a charming young man like yourself, right? Or a consulting for finances. If you're teaching someone about finances, that's okay. But if you're trying to sell a platform like yourself,
what's the difference between what you just said? If you're teaching somebody about finances and selling a platform, like what do you think I do exactly? Let's figure that out first. What do you think I do?
Well, I joined the call pretty late. So
you don't even fucking know what I do. Oh no!
You're selling a service, bro. You're selling a service.
I mean, caller, I'll be honest with you, bro. Caller, it's very obvious to me as I've been listening to this is that you just have a grievance with anyone that's online selling a service, teaching people how to make money, rather than caring more about them getting. I think you just have an issue with anyone that gives online service.
If you are a legit financial service provider, you would be opening up your own hedge fund rather than telling people to go online and telling them to use my service. That's all I'm saying. It's just like any other YouTube financial channels, right? Like Graham Stephan and a bunch of other guys. They opened up their own YouTube bank and it totally backfired on them, right? And then you remember the whole crypto era. They were sponsored by all these crypto people, and then it turns out that they were paid behind their back facts and all these crypto services and platforms they got.
So it looks to me, dude, because here's the thing, and you kind of gave yourself away here. You didn't even watch the full interview. You don't even know what the topic is. You don't even know what he does. You just have a grievance with anyone that has an online service that teaches people how to make money, and you've had this problem for a bit because you're naming a bunch of other financial YouTubers. It seems to me they just have a grievance with this topic in of itself, not necessarily what is being sold.
Told everyone to call, right? It's not my fault that I needed to listen to the all 40 minutes of whatever.
Well, no, but my thing is, if we're gonna come in and properly critique someone, right? Critique them based on them. You're coming in and critiquing an entire industry versus critiquing the actual individual here, right? You just have a grievance with the entire ecosystem here, and you've just exposed yourself for that because you didn't even watch the full thing and you called in. Because in your eyes, it's like he has an online service. I'm gonna call in and say that this whatever. Also, I think it's important to have things in context. I asked them in a very specific scenario, how can someone get started with this amount of money that has a regular job? And he gave me a scenario as to how someone can combat that and get around having less money to invest. And that was one of the options he gave. So what you're talking about here with this, you told people to liquidate a credit card for 20K, blah, blah, blah. Bro, that's in response to a very specific question and a scenario. That's why he said that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And this is why you guys this sometimes.
I'm trying to be professional, bro.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because I've been listening to this entire conversation. You don't have a problem with him. You just have a problem with the entire industry. And that's why I'm calling you out for being low IQ. If you're going to go ahead and criticize and call into the show, do your research and figure out who you're criticizing versus just going at the entire ecosystem. If you have a problem with people that sell stuff online, fine. Okay. But don't come in here and try to make a very bland argument from a totality perspective when you're not even when you don't even know who you're criticizing. That's just low IQ. And you didn't put things in proper context saying he's telling people to run around and liquidate 20K when that was a response to an extremely specific question and scenario. So you're a dumb fuck and someone needs to tell you that.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and you've called, you're dumb, dude. You've called to the show before. I recognize your fucking voice. I know exactly who you are. You're one of these guys that just sits in Monday morning quarterbacks and just criticize people all day. You don't even have all the facts, and it is what it is, dude. But someone's got to call you out. If you're gonna come in and talk shit and make a criticism, know what you're talking about first, dumb fuck.